appeal convinced the voters? Let's ask our Washington insiders, White House and campaign reporter for the Washington Examiner, Hayley Peterson, and the president and CEO of She Should Run, Sam Bennett. Welcome to both of you. Hayley, let's begin with you. Do you think Governor Mitt Romney has made a call that should be heeded?
You know, Romney is using this McCain reference as an effort to downplay his primary losses and point to a candidate who did lose 19 states before being able to bring the GOP together.
Right.
Romney's trying to get the message across to voters that inter-party division at this point in the primary contest is not all that unusual. There's one problem with that argument, however, to compare himself to McCain, and that's that McCain lost the general election.
He did, and he was leading in September, and we also know about the financial crisis that played a role. Sam, do you think it's time for the Republicans to rally behind a guy that has 525 delegates? At this time, John McCain had over a...
Well, I actually think it's about time that the Republicans started paying attention to the women's vote. I think that that's going to be not only a key factor in this primary, but in the general. And we're nonpartisan, so we pay attention to both sides of the aisle. And, you know, when you look at Rick Santorum's loss to women, this sort of anti-woman rhetoric that seems to be a thread through the Republican campaign in the primary stages, I think is going to really hurt whoever is the final nominee.
Right.
And clearly Romney's going to be the final nominee.
And that is the Democratic spin, that the Republicans are attacking women. It wasn't really the question. But, Hayley, let me bring it back to where John McCain is, right, where John McCain was. In 2008, he had over 1,000 delegates. But the key there is it was winner take all.
Right. The delegates are being, you know, divvied up in a different fashion this time around. So it's going to take him a little bit, it's going to take him longer. I mean, remember, Barack Obama didn't seal the nomination until about June of the last election. So, you know, Romney, he has a couple more weeks to make the case here. But another problem, again, with comparing himself to McCain, I mean, you look at McCain's favorability ratings at this point in the 2008 campaign, they were at 45%. Romney's right now are at 29%.
Huge. And how much do you think, Sam, that has to do with the fact that he's been attacked by his own side? This fight's still on.
Well, I think it's pretty clear that Republicans were trying to take a page out of the Democratic playbook, right? So that long primary between Hillary and Obama really played to Obama's advantage in the general. But it looks like it's not fleshing out that way on the Republican side at this point. We're going to see. But clearly the Republicans are going into the general wounded rather than built up and supported by this long sort of tenuous primary process.
Hayley, by any chance, do you believe that Mitt Romney might have inoculated himself to some of the attacks about his days at Bain Capital, some of the things he did as governor, about his religion, because they've already been through this battle in the intramural level?
Yes, those attacks, they're going to come out anyways. And I've talked to, you know, a lot of political analysts who've said, you know, they're going to come out one time or another. They may as well come out earlier than later. And then he gets more of a chance to inoculate himself against those attacks.
Right. And coming up a little bit later, Senator Rick Santorum. And real quick, Sam, do you believe if Senator Santorum wins the Illinois, he will actually get the nomination as he promised and guaranteed yesterday?
Well, he's from my state, and so we've all been rather surprised by his performance. I wouldn't underestimate him. He did very, very well in our state when he was a senator before he was sort of rousted out. So we'll see what he's going to do, but I wouldn't underestimate him.
Absolutely. Hayley Peterson, Sam Bennett, thanks so much.